Are you looking for a natural, holistic remedy consultant in the Tampa Bay area or in the United States for that matter to help you with health matters? Are you looking to naturally improve your health or at least better understand how your body can heal itself if you're struggling or dealing with illnesses that are not giving you the best quality of life? You know, many people today are looking for better alternatives. Advances in medical research give us some hope in areas, but then little hope in other areas. It seems like we're still going backwards. Today, we're going to be talking to a phenomenal thought leader in the area of natural healing. Today, my guest on the Entrepreneur's Voice show is Elizabeth, but her friends call her Betty. So we're going to reference her as Betty today, but she is Elizabeth Norlin, the author of an amazing publication and a collaborative author on some other publications that she's going to be introducing to us today. Betty, how are you doing today?
I am very excited to be here, Eric.
Well, I'm
Such a
glad you're
pleasure.
here.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. You know, I've spoken to a lot of people today. I work with physicians and I talk to people that are struggling with medical conditions. And to me, it's really sad how much sicknesses are prevalent today, particularly cancer, breast cancer. I know I'm a volunteer with the American Cancer Society. We're getting involved in various walks, but it seems like we've been around so long. Why are we still dealing with health issues today? You know, I mean, it almost seems frustrating.
It's funny that you asked that because what I think about is we haven't learned, at least in this country, to really understand what our body is telling us and to tap into that knowledge. And I think that when we learn to do that, that empowers us and it gives us a better chance of healing in addition to the traditional resources that are available. And that's my purpose, is to help people to understand how to listen to their bodies better and what is our body telling us.
That's a great point. I mean, because I don't see any other creature on this planet that is intelligent as we are that can speak, first and foremost. They may be able to communicate in various ways, but to really be able to speak and to say, I hurt here, I have a problem here, you know, that's interesting. You are the co-founder of a website that I want people to be able to go visit. Click on the link in the description below. But the website is what is holistic health care or holistichealth.com. What is holistichealth.com? You're the co-founder of this website. Tell us a little bit more about why we should go to this website and what is the purpose of this website.
Thank you, Eric. I am very excited to share what I learned the hard way over 20 years ago. And that was that I ended up with a virus that the doctors had no cure for. And the research showed me that a third of the people never got better. And that set me on a journey to learn how to heal my body naturally. And I learned a lot over the years. And Randy James, my co-founder, and myself put together this What is Holistic Health. And our purpose is to help educate and share the knowledge that we've learned with others through our own journeys, through interviewing experts, and we're building more information over time with that in mind. So currently we've got the information I learned in a book called Our Bodies, The Optimal Design. And I know you're going to share a little bit more information.
I see you brought the book. This is it, correct?
That is it.
Our Bodies, The Optimal Design. Where can people, first of all, is this available for the public to get their hands on to start reading?
It absolutely is. The best way to do is to click on the link that Eric said is at the bottom of the description, what is holistichealth.com. You can also find it on Amazon, either in ebook format or as a softcover book here.
Okay, so the title of the book is Our Bodies, the Optimal Design, a New Understanding of Our Miraculous Bodies. And I would have to agree that our bodies are very miraculously made. if you don't mind, I'm just going to, kind of thumb through here and just look at, I see the dedication, but on the table of contents is interesting. I just want to point out a few things. The reason why you want to go and grab the book is because one of the very first things the book is talking about, besides the story of what set the book off, is the immune system. And the immune system, rebuilding it naturally, starting from the brain, the face, the eyes, the ears, the spine, the colon, the feet, the hands. That's awesome. I really appreciate this area of work that you're discussing, because our bodies are miraculous. The brain, how much information it feeds us and so forth. What are some of your favorite parts of this book?
I've got a lot. One of the favorite parts are the stories. And I met over 20 years ago a nurse from World War II. Her name was Louise. And she shared with me that she worked in a unit where the guys were hurt very badly, and they were in body casts from their armpits down to their toes. And there were two different units, her unit and another unit, with these gentlemen in the body cast. And she said she and the nurses would go by and they would rub the guy's toes because that was all that was exposed. And the guys in her unit got better, faster, and more completely than the guys in the other unit.
Wow.
And she never understood why. And then years later, her journey took her into reflexology and some other natural healing areas. And what she learned is the area between the big toe and the second toe, kind of where the toes come together. When you rub that, it stimulates the immune system. So they were stimulating the immune system naturally without ever knowing it.
Without knowing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how amazing the body is. Just, a little bit of attention there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, go put your hands on it. Grab a copy of the book. I wish I had a copy of this book.
You know what? I brought this for you, and I'd love to autograph it if you'd like it.
Oh, sure. I would love to. If you don't mind, I have my pen right here.
Well, I'm going to use my green pen because green is growth and green is healing, and I love to use green.
Hey, lesson learned today. Green is growth, green is healing. So start writing in green. So although this is making strides, this is pink for support, it's black ink. So I need to order pink with green ink.
There you go. And another story that I wanted to share is my father he was diagnosed with cancer a few years ago. And he was so cute because he sat down and he shared with me, my sisters and I had kind of told him, so we're having this private conversation. And he says, well, they tell me I have cancer. And I said, Dad, what do you think about that? He said, well, they tell me it's terminal. I said, Dad, what do you think about that? Life's terminal. And then we started sharing about a friend of mine that we actually have some stories in the book, and one of the stories is my friend that healed from stage 4 melanoma. And my dad knows him and knows his story. And something clicked inside my dad during that conversation. Just, you have this happen in your life a few times, but something just, that decision point, and he's like, it is all about attitude, isn't it?
Wow.
And from that point on, he did pretty good. Now, not to say that the road was always easy, but he lasted a whole lot longer than the doctors ever expected. He had pretty good quality of life through that whole journey. And I think it's really important that we not only understand how the body works, learn how to tap into it, but it's also attitude when we face anything in life. And so I share a lot of those stories, as well as the patterns in the body that help to show us the natural healing that exists, so that we can begin to tap into our body and our natural healing better.
That's powerful. I really appreciate hearing that, because attitude, as they say, that's the only word in the English language that if you add up every letter as what it represents in the alphabet, it adds up to 100. So if you take A is number 1, T is 20. So you've got 2 T's, so 20 and 20 plus 1, and you assign a letter of the alphabet for every, you assign a number for every letter that's in that word, what it represents in the alphabet, it totals 100.
I didn't realize that was the only word.
Mhm.
And that's pretty neat. Thank you for giving 100%.
Yeah. So part of this journey to amazing health starts with, as you're saying, it starts with the attitude.
It starts with attitude and it starts with education. And I think the more we learn about ourselves, the more that we can have the power and tap into that.
Well, thank you. So I have my copy of the book. Also, the other book that you did some collaborative work with is called what?
Transform Your Life, book number 2. And there were 60 different authors that wrote a chapter each. And I talk in here about how to listen to your body more effectively.
Is that book available on the website as well?
It's not yet, but it will be
It's
soon.
coming soon. So get this one first, get through this one, and then the next one will be coming as well. So tell us some of the other services that we can look forward to with whatisHolisticHealth.com. What are some of the other types of things that will become available soon?
We're going to be growing this website, and so what we're looking to do is to help people share their stories of how they've healed through natural healing or some of the things they've been through to inspire others to overcome whatever obstacles are happening. So we can help them write it, help them edit it, but really sharing their stories. So that's one thing that I envision with the website. Another thing that we envision is that we'll be giving talks, keynotes, workshops, webinars to help people in various areas of overcoming obstacles and in wellness, both for companies, corporations, or smaller groups.
Yeah, because your background is in speaking, public speaking, training, so forth. So you've done this in the public sector, nonprofit sectors, and various spiritual environments and so forth, really engaging with people. So you're going to be able to continue through that body of work.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
One last question for you. What is your personal feelings? When I know people have read your book, people have gone through some of the information and experienced the education that you provide. Tell me how it affects you when people come back to you and share their feelings or their testimonies.
You know, it's funny because I think for any of you that have written a book or that want to write a book, we don't always know the impact that we're going to have on others. But for me, it was a knowing that I had that I learned this information and I had to share it. It took me almost 20 years to write the book, but I always knew that I had to share it. But I didn't necessarily know the impact it would have on others. And as people have given me feedback and have shared, wow, that's really good. Wow, there's a lot of research. Wow, I didn't realize that. It really validates that I needed to share this information. And I don't know if I'd say validates, but it gives purpose to the challenging 3 years that I went through when I went through my illness and didn't know if I'd ever heal. And so it really, and I know it humbles me, it blesses me to be able to hopefully impact and share with others through my own experience and through the stories of a lot of people that I've met over the years.
Well, I really appreciate you being available, coming on, sharing this with us, because, the Entrepreneur's Voice show is about educating and interviewing amazing entrepreneurs, but I don't care what business you have, how successful that business is, without optimal health, it's really not worth it. So
true.
Being able to connect our health with growing our wealth is very, very important. So thank you so much for coming on and visiting with us. This is Eric Smith again, your host of the Entrepreneur's Voice Show. I'm going to encourage you, please click on the link below. Go visit the website, get on their mailing list, subscribe to their channel, because there's more videos that are going to be coming. Your body is the only one you have. So let's make sure that we cherish it and take care of it and help another person along the way. Get this book to them. It makes a great gift. Order your copy today, and we'll see you on our next episode.